Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the AEW Dynamite Pre Show. Hope you guys are doing well. It's been a very interesting 24 hours, very spooky 24 hours. But we're here to talk professional wrestling because that's what we do every Wednesday, 6:30. And today, we're joined by a real star-studded cast here. We went and we said, all right, the Dynamite Review, it's a good show. We're going to rate it, and we're going to bring it here. So first, the third week in a row, Chuck of WrestlePure's fame, you are back. How are you?
I am doing okay. Not too much to complain about today. Excited for Dynamite because the card looks fucking awesome. But ready to talk about something that isn't politics for a little while because it's been a crazy day. But I hope you are also doing well.
Yeah, it's doing as well as you can, But we are gonna steer away a little bit from the politics. I'm sure people will mention it, and we'll, But this is a show about professional wrestling. We'll focus on professional wrestling. But first, we have to talk to the other person that's on screen with us today. The person in the most fucked state of them all, Marcus. You're back. How you doing, bro?
I'm a black man in the United States of America and a native of the state of Florida. That's how I'm doing.
Yeah.
Hey, Dynamite looks good though, so I'm locked in for that. Big Hurt Business is debuting on my television screen for the first time in front of a real crowd. Suck it, Triple H.
Yes.
Here.
It could be a lot worse. The Hurt Syndicate is here. That will make things better. Big Bob Lash, all elite.
Got the graphic.
Got the graphic and everything from TK. We're all feeling good about that. We'll get into it later. I hope you guys are all doing well in chat once again. If you haven't left a like already, make sure to leave a like on the stream. Make sure to drop any comments. You guys lead the direction of the show as usual. And you can send in any super chats if you're feeling generous. And someone who is feeling very generous at the moment, fellas, Pylons. No message, just a $50 super chat. That's fucking nuts.
You, bro.
That's fucking nuts. Thank you very much, Pylons.
Lord knows I need that after what happened last night. I needed that. Appreciate you.
I mean, yeah, it really soothes the soul. This pit in my stomach, it seems to be going away. You got, drop another 50 and make it really go away. Yeah. Thank you, Pylons, for the $50. That's very, very generous. If you have a message and you forgot to send one, please send it in the chat. We will talk about whatever you want to talk about. Even if you say politics, we'll do it. $50 is a lot of money. Thank you very much. We will hopefully you send a message in chat because I do want to hear what you have to say. But there are plenty of you hanging out in chat already, which I appreciate. We have Young Nabs, of course, who says decent match card out tonight. Intrigued to see the Hurt Syndicate. Ricochet mystery partner could be Mark Davis or Will Ospreay. Downside to this card is seeing the Learning Tree, aka Chris Jericho. So lots a little bit of a roundup there. Lots of roundup there. But there is a lot to look forward to on this show. We'll get to it. Pylons, no message, just vibes. Beautiful.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
That's amazing.
Much love.
It's amazing. Much love. We have Ian Davis. Always good to see Ian. Hey everyone, hope all is well. Hope all is well with you, Ian. Dynamite looks good tonight besides the Hook and Jericho stuff per usual. That does seem to be a trend on Dynamite.
Yeah. Can't win them all, I guess.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Not everything can be Hurt Syndicate. Some has to be bad apparently.
Nabs
also
look at the bright
says,
side. In light of what happened last night, Chris Jericho might put on an inspired performance. Who knows?
Amen.
That's true. He could be working hard. I said we were DMing her a little earlier. We could see him bust out a lion salt like it's 2003. I don't know. Could see him go
maybe
a little
lion
crazy.
tamer or something. Might
I saw a tweet that was just like Chris Jericho tonight after the election news, and it was just a clip of Vikingo doing the 630 on Kenny to the outside.
Never use that clip ever again when referencing Chris Jericho. That's a cursed image.
Well, see, here's the thing. I've been thinking about it too. So I understand Chris Jericho could be going off. I've been thinking a little bit about Chris Jericho here. We could see some crazy stuff from tonight, but also we could see a crazy Chris Jericho because he might have drank a lot of beer last night. He might have really gotten to it. You know what I mean? So it could be,
celebrating too hard.
There's vodka in his cup backstage right now, catering as we speak.
Bro.
Well, we'll see. We'll see about Chris Jericho. We'll talk about it later. Caden, always good to see Caden. Hope everyone is doing okay tonight. Marcus, our state is so fucking lost, man.
Much love, Caden.
Florida bad.
Florida bad. Always good to see Just Ryan. Fuck Ron DeSantis and fuck who's the coach of Florida?
Billy Napier.
Fuck
Yeah.
Billy
We know
Napier.
you evolved into.
Art Irony mentioning once again, Chuck, you're back on the channel with no beanie again, 2 weeks in a row.
This is the first long.
So it's fresh. I don't want to put beanie on fresh.
This is a good point from Mr. Big Dude. Always good to see Big Dude. The Wednesday Night War is back, baby. There isn't a NXT show on tonight. You guys gonna be tapping in?
Yes, because I'm doing the dual watch along, so I will be watching both.
And so am I.
God. That's a great point you two bring up. We are going to be on the Late Night Grin after this. It's linked in the description below. We're going to be watching AEW and NXT for the big war. We're joined by Joel Holbert, Caden Lee, I think just an Oracle of Wrestling. So definitely make sure to tap into that. It's always a good time over there. We kind of just don't watch all that much. We kind of just chat sometimes, but you know, we tapped into some things.
We're doing our thing.
Yeah, we're doing our thing. Code Hater, NXT Black and Gold over NXT ECW. This is
you're getting AEW Black and Gold tonight, so I don't know, best of all the worlds.
You can take over Philadelphia again. Malachi and Adam Cole.
See, that's a great point. Adam Cole is going to be facing Malachi Black tonight on this show. NXT Black and Gold does not die. Earlier today, I watched their match from Philadelphia, the Extreme Rules match, and I had fun watching it. It was a good one. But I took it as a sign of like a barometer to see how washed people are tonight. So we got that'll be a good sign to tell. 5 years later, or 6 actually, we'll see. But this, you never know. Last week,
6 years and about 7 injuries between them.
You know, it's been rough. Last week, not great from Adam Cole, but maybe this is the time they turn it on. Who knows? We're gonna start with the Florida man himself, Marcus. How you feeling about this match?
I'm terrified. Like I am absolutely terrified. Because one, Adam Cole came back from a catastrophic ankle injury. He already had the shoulder and the concussions from before then. And now Malachi can't do back bumps anymore, and he doesn't do the springboard moonsault because he can't do back bumps. So there's that. And we're going to get Super Lori. Like, you already know how House of Black stuff goes by now.
Oof.
Like, I am terrified. Hell, I'm still surprised the TakeOver Philadelphia match was so good because Adam Cole is a terrible plunder match wrestler. So now with both their injuries and kind of how washed both those guys are, and Adam Cole's full of NXT-isms, and this is the freaking devil storyline redux. I'm petrified. Can I get Roddy on Dynamite, please? I know he's doing collision stuff, but can he do a Dynamite match?
It'd be great.
Cole do a collision match. There's novelty in that. Has he ever wrestled on Collision? I don't know.
No.
The tag team.
I don't think he has.
The SDR tag team.
Yes.
But singles is different. Singles is different. I think you bring up a good point, Marcus. Adam Cole, we're gonna get into some lore stuff for sure. These two love lore. It's clear the graphic was black and gold for this match, so if that doesn't tell you where this is gonna go.
Yeah,
very disgusting. His lust for NXT Black and Gold will never die. Chuck, is your lust for NXT Black and Gold dead, or do you think it'll be revived tonight?
It's been dead and buried for like 3 years now, as it should be with everyone, because, you know, sometimes you gotta let go of the past.
Yeah.
However, I am guilty of enjoying Malachi Black and his lore nonsense. So I feel like I'm going to enjoy this more than the Buddy Matthews match, especially if they don't do all the fucking overbooked bullshit they did last week.
Oh my god, that was
terrible.
So bad.
It was, it made for an awful viewing experience. So do I think this match is going to be good? No. Do I think there's going to be plenty of smoke and mirrors that will make me giggle? Yes. So I'm going to have a good time, I think.
Yeah.
Sometimes. You'll get 3 1/4 and you'll like it.
I'll take it. If it's 3 1/4, I'll fucking take that.
That sounds like a pretty decent match. I'm also guilty of falling for Malachi lore. I do enjoy the House of Black. I do. I'll never get over it, bro. Malachi was just so cool when he was in NXT. I can't.
Bro,
if
he embraces being NXT talent and brings back a performance like that, I will never say a bad word about NXT Black and Gold again.
I'm afraid I got some bad news because he cannot move.
It's cooked. It's cooked, but I'm also delusional. So
let those delusions go, Chuck. He's cooked. He's done.
He's
fried, sautéed, glazed, sliced. No matter how you want to put it, it ain't happening.
Sliced is crazy. I mean, glazed was crazy, to be honest.
Glazed is probably worse, I'd say.
Yeah, it was kind of worse, but yeah, I get the message.
I got what you were going, but you were going for cooking to. Yeah, no, I got it.
The point came across.
Listen, Adam Cole's going to face Brody King next week and probably die. So.
What? You seem to be celebrating it. You seem to say, "Oh yeah, that's He's gonna die. Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't want
Tate
him
will strike
to.
down
I don't
upon
want
you.
him to face. I don't want him to be in the match on pay-per-view because I want it to be Roddy. So Fine.
I also hope it's gonna be Roddy. Roddy MJF kind of speaks to me. I don't know. It sounds like a pretty good match. to be
Roddy
quite
will make
honest.
MJF wrestle a proper match, so we're so back.
This is true. This is
Roddy
true.
will just go full chop mode for like the first 2 minutes, and he'll make MJF either adjust to it or he's going to kill you for the rest of the match. There's no in between when you wrestle him.
Yeah, you're either gonna die on this backbreaker or you're gonna work with me. That's how it's gonna be.
Exactly.
But this match could be something. It remains to be seen. Maybe they turn back the clock. Who knows? It's a little bit far for them to turn back, but quite the feat. But you never know. We'll see how this goes tonight. Of course, JA, always good to see JA. AEW is a much needed palate cleanser for the BS of yesterday. I mean, it's always nice to distract yourself with wrestling, right, guys? It's always good.
Absolutely.
Just another good point. Code Hater, always good to see Code Hater. They finally have a message to send that relates to Jamie Hayter on Dynamite because Jamie is back tonight. Jamie Hayter versus Penelope Ford. Penelope came back, I think it was Collision, and she looked pretty good in her last match. I didn't see any faults there. And Jamie Hayter's been easing herself back. She looks like she hasn't lost a step. So we'll see how this one goes. Charlie, how you feeling?
I am so excited for this match. First of all, I'm just glad that Penelope's back because she was gone for like 2 years. And I'm glad that she actually had like a pretty decent performance on Saturday because 2 years is a long time to not be in the ring. So I'm really, really happy for her. Absolutely delighted that Jamie's on Dynamite again. And I'm glad that there's women's feuds that aren't just centered around the title because of AEW doesn't do them enough. And they always, like, for the most part, they hit when they do. So very happy about this. I honestly think this is going to be quite a good match. I hope it gets a good slot. But looking at the card, it will be on at the 9:15 slot or whatever time it is. I don't know. But the death slot, as I call it. But I'm excited. Should be good.
Yeah, even if it's in the death slot, I know I'll be tapped in because I'm always going to get hyped for a Jamie Hayter match. You could work anyone, and I'm going to get hyped for it. Marcus, I know you're a big Jamie Hayter guy as well. How you feeling going into this?
Oh, I'm stupidly locked in because one, Jamie Hayter wrestling on Dynamite is always a treat and it's always a highlight, especially since she's been back. And Penelope Ford, before she went away for the last 2 years, given what she was dealing with, she was starting to get better than me. She was starting to look more crisp in the ring. Profits had a little more snap to it. She looked like a lot more confident. And the match at Collision, she looked okay, considering that she's been gone for so long. And so I'm excited for this. Jamie will just kill her with that damn lariat, and she'll bump like a mad woman. And Penelope will be an athlete because we've seen what it looks like when you put her in there with the top talent in the division. Like the Sheeta match from several years ago was really good. It was really encouraging. And she's gotten better since then. So put her with Jamie. It might get something good. I'm locked in. I'm excited.
It's a good barometer to see where Penelope's at. She's coming back from injury. You should have a good match here, so we'll see where it takes her. I think she has a place in the division for sure. That's like the same thing goes with her former partner, the Bunny. I thought she had a place here too. Unfortunately, they can't team anymore. But like, so I don't know where she's at. But I think Penelope showed a lot of good things there. Yeah, could be it. But this match should be exciting. Obviously, it's good to see Hayter back on Dynamite. I'm looking forward to it. We have another super chat that we should maybe address right now. I know you're fluent. Charlie, do you want to read this?
I'm
Oh
not.
my god!
I'm not.
Wow, we gotta call Ubu for this, man, because he's the Chinese speaking man.
That's exactly where I was gonna say. We do need to hit him up for this one. Maybe someone should run this through Google Translate. I don't know. I can't even highlight it. I can't even.
This is crazy.
Someone in the chat tell me what this is. Tell me what this says, and if it's crazy, then we'll get to that when we get to it. But
no, allegedly, Mao sent a super chat to us, to me specifically at one point, and he kind of blew up the spot. But I don't know if I can really read Mandarin like this. I could probably speak a little bit, maybe, if we get into another conversation, Mr. Mao, sir. But can't read this, brother.
Well, apparently, Art Irony can read it. Who knows if that's translated or not? I'm just gonna assume that he knows how to read it. Art Irony super chat says today is Wednesday. You know what that means? Well,
yes,
that's
sir.
a good point, Mao. It is Wednesday.
Sure.
Wonderful Wednesday. I don't know if I should say it like this, but thank you, Mao Zedong, for the $5 super chat. Very much appreciated.
Got this.
Jesus Christ. We're moving swiftly forward. Big hitbox. Mox needs to fight back. The Hurt Business / Syndicate stuff has easily been the highlight of AEW these past few weeks. I think there's a lot to be said about this. I don't know. I've enjoyed the Mox stuff, but the Hurt Syndicate stuff is something else.
It just feels box office. But then again,
Yeah.
when you have two major things happening in your company at the same time, it's always great. So like, I'm not gonna do the whole pin against each other deal, but damn, bro, that Hurt Syndicate stuff just feels so important because Bobby looks like a beast. Sheldon got to wrestle 2 matches before Bobby came in, and he looked awesome. MVP's already probably the best manager in the entire company by country mile. And it's featuring Swerve. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, that's top draw stuff. Mock stuff's pretty great. It's been kind of a slow cooker because they're kind of easing top guys.
I was gonna say, it's been an ebb and flow. Like, it's a building storyline, like, which is good because it means that the Hurt Syndicate stuff has a chance to shine right now.
Right.
They've been given the platform. They've been given Dynamite to kind of do their thing for at the moment. But the Mock stuff is always around. It's brewing in the background. We're gonna get to it. You know, got the match coming up against Orange Cassidy seemingly. So that'll be a big step forward. You know, that'll be a big moment for it. We have some comments on this. This is a good point from Pylons. Everything Swerve is involved in is box office. It definitely feels that way now. Definitely feels that way now. Swerve with that title reign he changed. You know, he feels like a game changer on these shows. It feels like whenever he's on, you should be watching, you should be paying attention, and it's a big props to him. It
wasn't like a terribly long title reign either. It went from April to August, and it was probably one of the top title reigns in the history of the company in terms of the impact it had. Yeah, in terms of making him into a star, a bigger star than what he was already turning himself into, and he's officially like a face of the company type of talent right now. So
absolutely,
big to him.
It's the reason why it's one of my favorites, is just seeing that transformation of Swerve. You know, he was already like a prominent player, but this is how you make him like people tune in to watch Swerve now. And that's a big deal, you know? It's hard to make people like that. So shout out Swerve. Shout out to Hurt Syndicate. We'll talk about them a little later on. We're going to swiftly address this. No, absolutely not. Not happening here, I'm afraid.
No? Not going to do that bit?
Yeah, you ain't warm up the pipes? Me.
If I would have had time to do my warm-ups, and maybe we could get into it. But, you know, I don't have time
You've got plenty of notice for next week now.
Well,
one knows, brother. 1 o'clock.
Moving forward, Young Nabs. Watch Collision and Crown Jewel on the same day. Collision was by far the better show. Did you guys watch Crown Jewel by chance?
I did not watch
I've watched the main event. I've watched all the Collision and loved it. I did not love the main event of Crown Jewel.
Yeah,
Crown Jewel was a weird show from what I've heard, because I don't watch any of the Saudi shows, like, straight up. But I heard Solo Pin Roman, so, you know, that got a chuckle out of me, and everything else was kind of ass, and then main event was, you know, what it was. Collision was pretty godly. Like, Commander and Cal went crazy. I'll take that.
I watched that match earlier too.
Was unreal.
They did their thing, bro. Commander's like such an underrated underneath guy, and I don't know how this Kyle Fletcher heel run's gonna work, but if that's any indicator of like how this is gonna look, it's pretty exciting. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm a big Fletcher guy, you know.
He's very much a guy where it's like, you know, he's talented, but like it's like stunning how much better he's getting week to week on television.
Absolutely,
as a singles guy, especially he got a new look now. Like, he got trunks.
He's got the trunks out. It's crazy.
And BC on tattoos. He looking swole. He looking fit. He got a buzz cut. Like, his heel work with the crowd is really good, and his moveset hasn't suffered for it, which tends to be a big problem with guys who tend to turn heel.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited so far. The Ospreay match, when it happens, is going to be great with the roles reversed.
No doubt.
I'm locked in.
Yeah. I've been
Kyle's
You go ahead.
Kyle's journey, like, he bulked up like across like 2 years. And like, you go back and look at how he looked in the trios tournament in 2022, insane difference, like, in his physique. So, but doing that, he was able to adjust with his moveset as he went. And honestly, my Kyle Fletcher investments have paid off greatly, because I have been a fan of that man since like 2018, 2017, something like that. So I'm happy to say that I've been on the bandwagon.
Kyle Fletcher's a great wrestler. We don't have a bunch of trolls and a bunch of dumbass motherfuckers on the internet saying he's not. Commander also, I gotta give him his chance. He looked really good on Saturday. Like he looked like an underdog babyface that just gave it his all, took a lot of shit, came back. That destroyer he hit, and then that moonsault hit to the outside. Boy. Get that boy some wins, get some real talent, man. Let's start cooking with Commander a little bit on the undercard.
Yeah. He's a great, like, he's just a piece. Like, you can slot him into any match and it's gonna work. That's how I've kind of felt about him. And I was about to start saying about the Fletcher stuff. I've been a fan of Fletcher since I first saw him, and it's not been that long now. No, I'm not gonna try to claim that I'm been a longer fan than Chuck. That's never gonna happen.
Yeah, British brother, so he ain't having that.
Yeah, so but I've told people I feel like Fletcher is a main event guy someday. I think he has that in him, and I think he's showing it now. So it's good to see. He looks like a main event guy, at least at the very minimum.
He does.
Yeah,
it is quite funny how much he looks like Randy Orton at the moment, though.
It's very funny. Except Randy Orton, if he actually decided to do moves.
Yes.
Randy Orton, the moves wrestler, aka Kyle Fletcher.
Jay White looking at you too.
Spicy. Get spicy.
Hey man, all I know is I still watched that Ospreay match he had in ROH when he was a young boy, and he was doing flips. Like you can still do this, you can still do that. You're not an athletic brother. You can do some pace. Please, I'm begging you.
That six-pack's been around for a long time. Gotta start utilizing it, Gotta start bringing it to the game.
Dude, give me a dive or something, bro.
Yeah, I would enjoy that. I think we might see that at the Hangman match at Full Gear. I think we're gonna see a little bit more of that babyface Jay White offense there. I'm hoping at least. Yeah, I'm very much hoping so. Caden Lee can confirm that he caught an earlier flight and will be on the Grinalong. Beautiful.
God bless.
God bless. Let's see here. And JMPN, of course. I thank the Heavenly Lord for blessing us with Tyson Smith, the greatest wrestler walking this green earth. He is also the 2025 Wrestler of the Year, so I suggest everyone else give up their agendas for their faves. A little bit of a prediction here.
Real shit right there.
Bit of a spoiler.
Tyson Smith, I love you. Tyson Smith, your game's so smooth. Tyson Smith, you're the best bout machine. Tyson Smith, I want to hug you. I want to shake your hand, brother. I saw him in Osaka.
I still haven't watched Power Struggle, but I've seen all the clips, and bro, I'm
Devil's Sky. Oh, Devil's Sky.
Devil's Sky. Oh my god, I'm so gassed.
And he punched up on Gabe Kidd too? Come on now.
Oh, funniest thing I've ever. Have you seen what he said to Tokyo Sports or whoever the interview was with as well?
I'm not an EVP, bro. I gotta get at him. I gotta do my business. Y'all can't say nothing about it, bro.
God bless.
I had to check up. So what about
it? It's fucking awesome. It's good to see Kenny Omega, of course, and Jan, the Kenny Omega truther out here playing spoiler for next year's Wrestler of the Year. Mr. Big Dude, I brought this up on the Holbert House show exclusively on LNG Gold. Do you guys think that they booked this match tonight specifically, or coincidence? Maybe a little bit of both for the trios, I'm assuming.
Well, that was always going to be a Jericho match tonight.
You know how Jericho fans go. They always get booked backwards for whatever reason. So
yeah, pretty much. Another big Ken from NJMPN. He's so real for Howard saying Shin Nihon is where the best wrestle. I mean,
hey, I'll say Kenny Omega believes that as a shoot. Like he loves New Japan with all his heart. Like when he says that, he means that to the fullest extent.
You see it every time he's there, every single time.
He's like a different man there. Like he's always great, but he just comes off as a god in New Japan. Like that Tokyo Dome entrance in that match with Ospreay last year, brother.
Just godly.
Demon.
What's a man?
It's no coincidence. He came back to New Japan. They had arguably their best show of the entire year. And a coincidence.
Interesting to note. His placement on that show was very funny, by the way, because they did the Great Khan and Hanare title switch, and they were like, all right, fuck it. Send Kenny out there. Make him happy again.
Great Khan and Hanare won the belts. Sorry, I did not know this.
I probably I'm realizing that at the moment that you didn't watch this. Yeah, they won.
No, I don't. I've seen most of the spoilers anyway. That's fucking hilarious. It was
legitimately a fantastic show, by the way. Like if you ever watch it, it's legitimately a fantastic show.
Oh no, I'm going to watch it. I just haven't had a chance yet, and I probably won't have a chance until Friday. So
I would say tag team finals were great. Finley and Taichi was excellent. Obviously, ZSJ and Shingo was great.
Mm-hmm.
Heavyweight tag title was actually a pretty fun match. Like it was a really, really good, strong top to bottom show.
Yeah, Chuck, I've given up. I have to concede. I have to admit, Finley's good, bro.
Yes,
wrestler.
Thank you.
He's finally. He's having great matches with great wrestlers right now. It is what it is, bro. He's doing really well for his placement.
His title reign has been very good, and he's just been good.
He stopped trying to be a Jay White cosplayer, and look at him. Looks good. Who knew?
Who knew when you start to be yourself, things change. Speaking of oneself, Tony Khan. Thoughts on Tony Khan's contribution to the immortal science of Marxist-Leninism? Is he a revisionist, or is his ideology aligned with the orthodox Leninism? Marcus, what do you think?
Tony Khan is a billionaire, guys. Let's be serious. But hey, man.
Yes, I think Tony Khan is a billionaire.
Comrade Tony will be a very funny plot twist because you have to literally hate himself to pick this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he's a good proletariat, apparently. A good bourgeoisie. Like Jake Hager.
Does he know what a communist is? Like
no.
Look
at his tweets, bro. He can't read.
LeVar Burton, wherever you are, my brother, I love you. I thank you so much for reading Rainbow when I was a child. Bring that show back. George Bush, you're going to hell for canceling Reading Rainbow. Because look what you did to people like Jake Hager.
Ruin these kids. They're done now.
Take a look, read a book, you illiterate fucks.
Yeah, someone should probably explain to him what communism actually is, and maybe some others out there, but that's for another time. Who knows about all that? Roddy versus MJF does not feel pay-per-view worthy. Feels more like a special Dynamite match. This is more so speaking to the build of the match. Have you guys enjoyed that?
Not really. It's just weird.
No.
Because I don't enjoy this feud at all. I don't want them rehashing it.
I didn't want them to go back to this, so it was doomed from the beginning with me.
Yeah. I thought it was just weird. Nobody's interested in the MJF stuff anymore. And you feel it on every show, you know? It's some of the worst parts of it. And it's not because those two are bad or they're doing anything bad. It's just not a feud anyone can get invested in because, you know, it reminds them of the worst time.
People have such negative connotations with the end of 2023 and the stuff they were doing together.
Exactly.
And, like, Max hasn't done anything interesting, really, this entire
year. On the show.
No.
Like, the Garcia feud was very interesting to me.
Oh, well, yeah. You know, but, like, what does that speak to that I didn't remember that?
I mean, it was a week-long feud because, you know, all in, all out, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch All Out live, so.
That probably hurts it a little bit because that was a good match. It was quite a good match.
Oh, no, it was I do remember it being a really good match. I really loved that match, and I think it's actually probably my favorite MJF match of the year, but...
Yeah. It's just unfortunate you're setting these guys up to fail with this kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Bringing them back to an era that nobody likes. It's not going to get people interested.
Building a feud off of fucking pre-tapes and the MJF jump through hoops bullshit, which he literally addressed when he originally proposed it. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, you're trying to make sense out of something that doesn't make any sense at all. You're trying to make Adam Cole the good guy here. It's like, no, Adam Cole's a dick. Like we didn't.
And he's better when he's a dick, bro. He's better when he's
he is.
He's that.
We've got some breaking news in the chat.
We do have some breaking news. Thank you, guys. We have some correspondents live on the scene. We have Brainbuster, Mercedes versus Stat confirmed for Full Gear. Also, shout out to Collins for this.
Back.
Yeah.
This is the moment, y'all. This is the moment.
Legacy game, baby. We locked in. Big Stat. We got stocks in you, Mercedes. I never yielded in you. I got stocks in you. Bump like a mad woman. Go crazy. Drop yourself on your head if you have to. Do whatever you got to do.
This is such a sexy graphic. I love women.
Oh, I love that graphic so much.
She
got the red hair in that graphic too?
She got the red hair in the graphic.
We might be back. Hold on for a minute. Red hair? We might be back.
I actually really like these Full Gear graphics. This is the first time I'm looking at one in detail. Anyway,
the other one sucked. The one that they already dropped, it's for the OC and Mox one. That one looks so weird.
Also, Mox looks crazy in that graphic. He's like kind of ducking his head. And
it's the Mox render. It looks funky. Like, it doesn't look right. Graphics talk, whatever. This match should be quite good.
He's like, fuck this.
Yeah, bro, I'm not talking graphics. Mercedes Moné, I'm not doing legacy game shit. I play along with it with the whole, like, when she was wrestling Emi Sakura and all that stuff. But this is the real time. I need to see something here. I need to see something real special. Chris Statlander is going to give it to you. You got to give it right back. You know what I mean?
Honestly, when she decked Chris in the back of the head last week, that is the most Mercedes she has felt in her entire AEW tenure right now. I don't know whether it was the way she spoke to Camille, which fuck her, by the way. It was just her general heel cadence in the ring. That is the most like Mercedes she has felt. So I'm very, very excited for this.
Yeah, she needs to like stomp on your fucking head until you're gonna die in the middle of this ring intensity that she's been missing for a little bit. And she feels like a real part of the show instead of here's Mercedes minutes, guys. Let's see how this goes. And it basically ends up being like a 2018 Raw redux of what she was doing before. Like, nah, bro. I need her to be an absolute boss. I need her to be a complete mad woman. I need her to just go nuts. I need her to just be out there alone. Fuck Camille. We don't need her. She's ass.
Definitely don't need her now, bro.
We don't need it, bro. I need Mercedes by herself. We could have Megan Bay in this role, bro. Like,
we could.
Think about it.
Wish. It'd be nice.
We don't need mediocre white women holding Mercedes back. But you in here with an elite white woman and Chris Statlander, she'll actually give you a really good match. On pay-per-view, on the big stage. We here.
Stat gives out good matches to anyone who comes along. Doesn't matter who you are. Like me and Chuck referenced it last week. She made people believe that Julia Hart could hold that belt. That's how good that she was at carrying and making other women look great. So I think this is the moment. Gotta be good. I'm excited for it, though. I'm really excited. You guys know I'm a big Chris Statlander fan, if you guys have followed the channel for long enough. So
I'm so big fan. I drafted her.
Yeah. That does look good. That was one pick I was very upset about, to be honest. I was like, I really wanted Chris. I got it.
Blame Chucky for taking the astronauts before. I got Chris Statlander, so you know.
I knew it was going to be one of you two that were going to take them, or Khalid. Khalid would have taken them as well. So, but hey, bro, check out the match card. I put one together on the Twitter. I think you're not going to get a better card than that. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not going to get better than that one. But speaking of shoot Japanese wrestling, we're going to let Art get this off again. Battle Arts Mox versus MMA Bobby Lashley. Submission match incoming, folks. Are we locked in? Are we locked in?
Hey, man. Bobby will make it great because he'll just throw him on his damn head or something like that. Give me a hurt lock. Give me all that, Bobby.
Would be nice. Would be nice.
I will say it was so weird hearing the Full Nelson called the Full Nelson instead of the Hurt Lock last week. It really threw me off when they called it on commentary.
The name of the actual move instead of like, this is what we're calling over here.
Yeah. It's like how they couldn't figure out what to call Mercedes' move for so long, and they finally settled on one, and it sounded good. It was like, all right, that's good. We don't need to call it the bank statement. Still, was it the money maker? No, that's the other one. That's like the knee.
That finish. This is the statement maker, I believe, what they call it.
The statement maker.
I thought her weird finish was the statement maker.
I think it's
don't know. They're all puns on her being the CEO.
Get it?
Shut up, Mercedes.
Bank statement. Oh, whoa!
Chief executive officer driver.
Nabs brings up a interesting idea that this incoming match between Bob Lash and Swerve will lead to Swerve joining the Hurt Syndicate. This is I could have seen it, but I don't see it anymore. He made it very clear how he felt about all that. So
it would be a weird Swerve to do at this point.
Yeah, I think so as well.
That just kind of leaves like down in the dark. Like you don't want him. It's already like 3v1 as it is right now with Swerve versus them. Like you don't need him joining them. Like that kind of defeats the whole purpose of the story right now.
Yeah.
So I don't see that happening.
I agree. We have Dare Rich. Always good to see Dare Rich. I hope we get Darby and Claudio one-on-one at Full Gear. Darby was on a podcast and praised Castagnoli and also said Claudio is one of his dream opponents. I think that match would be killer.
That'd be pretty great.
But speaking of these two, we don't go in order on this show, fellas. We go all over the place.
No.
Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin are teaming up tonight to take on Claudio Castagnoli and Pac. What do they call themselves again? The Death Riders? The Death Riders.
Is that shoot? I just thought that was the thing that Twitter was doing.
Well, Mox did trademark
Twitter. I'm still gonna.
So
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say that sounds cool.
I just call them Moxley and Co at the moment, so Death Riders is 10 times better.
Moxley Goon or some shit.
Yeah. This is a very fun matchup. These are all four wrestlers that I think we all think very highly of. Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin fighting against the people who've been going around running roughshod against AEW as of late. This could be very, very good. Chuck, how you feeling about this one?
I'm so fucking excited that you have two of the craziest bumpers in the same match, because Darby and Pac, the bumps that they take and the way that they sell them as well is absolutely insane. Claudio is just going to throw Darby around, and it brings me so much joy because it's going to look so fucking awesome.
Oh, and Pac's here.
Huh?
Oh, and Pac's also in this match.
Oh, yeah. Orange Cassidy's also here as well. But no, I'm very, very excited for this. Honestly, probably going to be one of the better tag team matches that we've seen on AEW TV, like barring last week because Private Party.
Shout out Private Party.
Yeah.
So happy to.
My question is, shout out Private Party, absolutely delight them. Do we see a real finish? Is my question.
That is a good point.
It'll probably be something kind of weird. I anticipate a real finish, but who knows?
I anticipate a pin. But I think there's also going to be a Marina Shafir. So
that could happen. I would say Orange Cassidy picks up a pin here going into the pay-per-view.
It's probably going to be Pac. Sorry, Pac.
It probably will be, and then I do think we get the Darby and Claudio match. I think that'd be a good way to kind of keep this going with Darby and the group. So I would say Orange Cassidy probably picks up a pin here, but I could very well see Mary Shaft getting involved. I don't know. It should be a fun match. Marcus, how you feeling, bro?
I'm so locked in. Like, these are like four of my favorite wrestlers in the entire industry right now. Darby Allin's a madman. Claudio's an excellent base. Pac is like criminally underrated. And Orange Cassidy's in the spotlight. Like, he's got the intensity going. He's been a main event of pay-per-view again for the second time. Like, I'm so locked in for what they do. I need that Darby and Claudio match. Hell, I need to put them both in the C2 just to keep them busy for this whole thing, so they can have like people like boots on the ground in every single, division in the company that they could probably have a stake in and things like that. Pac, you're probably taking that pin, but it comes with coffin drop or it comes with orange punch. It is what it is.
Yeah. This is just good matchmaking to me, honestly. And this could be four people that are in the Continental Classic. I could very well see these four guys going at it in that tournament. I don't know about maybe Darby, but at least three of them, I think.
I was going to say, I don't know about OC, but I can see the other three because I think OC ain't getting out of Full Gear alive. So
he's a die.
That's a good point. I don't really think about him dying by Mox's hand. I kind of forgot about that part.
Yeah.
But this is good matchmaking. This should be a very fun match. Definitely one of the better tags that we've seen on Dynamite. But we have a couple things to address here, right? So, Art Irony, if I drop $100 super chat, will you do karaoke to Minoru Suzuki's theme? Yes.
I've done it for free, so yeah, I'll do it.
Bro, I live for this $50 or $100 whatever gimmick of singing songs. We do it every day when I'm with the Fortune 4 homies. Shout out AO, shout out Chris, shout out Rob. This is what we do. We true to this.
Yeah, if you send 100, we'll do karaoke. We'll do like a whole like group thing. We'll all do it. I'll play it on stream. I don't care. I'll get demonetized. No big deal. But then
it needs to be monetized when you get $100 super chat.
Yeah, I don't need it. YouTube don't pay me for this shit anyways. But we have to address this other part too, right? So someone else suggested that we sing a song. Or I sing a song. Just me here. Thomas. Fuck no. I'm gonna have to pass on this one. Even $100, I'm not too sure about that. Because then that circulates and then that exists out on the internet forever. And I know like a few of us in the space, I think Charlie got caught singing Judas at one point.
You got caught all in 4K, 8K, all kinds of things.
Okay, it was quite aggressive actually.
But it's very different.
Don't exist.
But it's different though, because you're at the live show. I'm sitting here in my living room at the moment singing Judas to the wonderful viewers here at the Novi channel. So I don't think this is ever gonna happen. $500 I'll do it, because internet lives forever, bro. What also lives forever on the internet is the big boom, AJ versus QT Marshall, possible match of the year. Guys, how much are we anticipating this match? And do we think the Rizzler makes a surprise appearance on Full Gear?
I absolutely think that the Rizzler is going to be in the crowd and he's going to get like his little lower third graphic. It's going to be insane. I actually think it would be funnier if he walks out with him, but it
would be pretty funny.
Gonna hit it with the boom.
Oh my
God. He's gonna come out to that song too. We bring the boom. It's gonna play on the wonderful what's it called? 0 Hour. I don't really tap into those anymore, but I'm gonna be tapped in for this one. You gotta be,
This is so fucking funny, and they're actually like really good at promoting stuff. So honestly, fuck it. Keep
Yeah,
around
bro.
and let him promote things. Like, why not?
Bro, Big Justice facing off against Brody Lee's kid. Come on. 5-10 years. We're talking. Let's get to
This first main
talking.
event will be special.
It will be absolutely beautiful. But what also should be special is the match that Ricochet's in tonight, because he has a mystery partner. Dale Rich assumes that it could be TJP. We'll get into this now. Konosuke Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher versus Ricochet and a mystery partner. I unfortunately don't think it'll be TJP. I don't think it'll be the Os Wong making a Dynamite appearance. But
I was
there's a
trying
lot
to
of...
think what the logic in that was, and then I rememred the match for Fight Unleashed. So you know what? Fair.
And then,
It makes
Guerrero
sense,
Todd
but...
and, who else was he partnering with in United
Hanare?
Empire? I forgot. Yeah, Hanare, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they called out specifically Fletcher and Takeshita at press conference after Power Struggle too. So like we getting a little undisputed I mean fucking United Empire proxy war.
You know, undisputed era from up.
UE stuff. It gets me.
UE, yeah, no, I get it.
Could you imagine the eye swing pulling up on AEW?
Bro?
That's okay. I'll pass. Appreciate it though.
I appreciate him honoring his culture and all that, but leave it at home, please.
I don't. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't care. Sorry, I don't like it. You look stupid.
TJP is sadly a good wrestler. You know, he's kind of a freak. But,
he's a bit of a weird one, isn't he?
Yeah, I said, you know, I'm not sure if he's still got it in him, but we bring out TJP from the cruiserweight division. We could start talking some talk about this Takeshita match. But if we start, you know, the red eyes thing and the, you know, silly little mask, I don't know.
Bro, even when he does the red eye stuff in New Japan at the moment, he is still a fucking good wrestler. It's actually quite unfortunate.
He is a good wrestler.
I need Cash 2 on TV one day. Him and Akira are an excellent tag team.
Listen, them versus Private Party would fucking eat. It would be so sick.
That would be sick. But moving away from TJP talk,
Bro, TJP, yeah.
We have a match. Obviously the Don Callis family teaming up. Ricochet is with the mystery partner. We went over TJP extensively. But this should be a good match. I don't know who the mystery partner is going to be. We have some rumors that maybe Marcus can speak on. Maybe one of the cohorts, one of his good pals, one of our, you know, someone we featured on the channel recently. Maybe had some reporting on this. Not reporting, but speculation. Marcus, who do you think it's going to be? What do you think of this match?
Well, I'll just say on that, there was no like report. It's more like 2 and 2 together stuff based on people that you spoke to and stuff. Just watch the Raw review, the replay of that on the Rest Pierce channel, and you'll get your answer on that one. But as far as the match goes, it will be spectacular because Takeshita is a very good pocket as international champion. Kyle Fletcher himself is starting to grow into being a really good heel, and I like his look right now. And Ricochet. Tokyo Dome Ricochet. He's back.
Bro.
Could be sick. Could be
Springboard
sick.
cutter in the fucking suit.
Sick. It's Stacey Adams, brother.
I don't know, bro. Because I saw that matchup. Ricochet, Zack Sabre Jr. is what we're chatting about here. And I thought of all the people that could have faced Zack Sabre Jr. and I was a little sad. I was a little hurt. Not gonna lie to you.
Listen. But Zack Sabre Jr. is game to face just about anyone, and there is potential for those matches to happen. It's not a case of he's a cooked man that won't be wrestling other people. I will take the Ricochet match, I can't lie.
Plus, bro, that reaction he got in Osaka, bro, they love him. He's still that guy.
That's true. He did get a lot of love on that show that he was at.
This is something I want to speak on quickly, actually, anyways. Ricochet does make a lot of sense, because if you've got to consider, they're trying to sell a lot of tickets to the Tokyo Dome 2 nights in a row this time, which is exactly why Kenny Omega returned at Power Struggle and is doing all the New Japan stuff right now. So people that are complaining that it wasn't in AEW, you're silly. It makes so much sense that he's in New Japan right now.
Also, he wants to do
it. Makes sense for sure.
Sure, go ahead, do your thing, Kenny.
Yes, exactly. Bro, I mean, when you go out with something that you've almost died from, you can return wherever the fuck you want, in my opinion.
Big facts. He can wrestle a mop for all I fucking care. I want to see Kenny Omega wrestle again.
Yes.
You're selling me a little bit on this. I never thought it was like crazy or out of nowhere. I always I understand, bro. Like Ricochet he's a big star in Japan. That's no doubt. And I can get behind the match. Obviously, Zack Sabre Jr. is a fucking beast. So, yeah, yeah, I think it'll be a fun time tonight. Obviously, check out the Raw review if you want to know. We've seen talks, maybe some Matt Seidel, maybe some low key business, and then,
some low key.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's not low key.
People are saying it in the chat. People are saying it. They're assuming. Could be Osprey. Who knows?
Could also be, a certain returning AEW talent from injury. You never know. He's a good guy. He's a good wrestler. He needs to find his footing a little bit in terms of a direction. He has a little bit of a link to these guys. I'll leave it there. Y'all can use your imagination on that one.
Just think on it a
think
little
it could
bit.
be Mark Davis.
Could be.
Shout out Mark Davis. Shout out my Australian cousin.
Yes, I'm very happy for him that he's back.
Me too. Speculation. You guys can kind of take that where you want to take it. It seems, think about who's not on AEW, and then you'll get the answer. But this should be a fun match no matter what. These are obviously 3 good wrestlers, as is the fourth one is also a good wrestler. So this should be a fun time. Simeon, Kyle Fletcher did me proud. We were talking about earlier. Fletcher looks great. This is a good call here too. Maybe Swerve teaming up with EJ and Duca, and maybe even who's the other guy he's with? I forget his name.
Lee Johnson.
Lee Johnson, that's the one. Big Shotty.
See, I love Lee J as a tag team in Ring of Honor right now. EJ and Duca. Let's not put too much on him right now. I'll leave it at that.
Give him time, project kind of thing.
Very much a project. Lee Johnson's good. I like him a lot. He's personality is not there yet, but he's a very fun wrestler.
He stopped doing Cody moves and started doing his own ones, and he started getting good after that.
That Kyle Fletcher match on the ROH show was chef's kiss.
Yeah, very good. I think Swerve, he'll get some partners at some point. Who knows? It'll be them, but whoever it is, I'm excited to see it.
Give me AR Fox back,
please.
Cook up. We don't need to. He didn't really do anything that bad. Come on, guys. We don't need to be doing this.
It's been a year and change, guys. It's okay. I promise.
You can bring him back. Yeah. Let things go. Ray Garion makes a good point. Steroids good. We here at the Novi channel support steroids. We support the use of steroids as long as they're, regulated a little bit. Not going too crazy. Under doctor
supervision. Bring back the TRT if you must. Bring back the gas.
Yeah. We'll leave that there. Big Hitbox also talking Mox. An advantage the Mox story has is basically every big return AEW can have in the next 9 months will be someone who can easily slot into the story. I think it's a good point. Now, we were talking about Kenny Omega. Ken Omega, John Mox. Ooh, cook me up something good.
Kenneth Jerome, Aloysius Omega. Give me Eddie Kingston back in the summertime when he's
oh yeah.
Cope when he comes back.
Copeland, Joe,
yeah. There's a lot of good names out there. Joe is a big one for me. Joe is that would be a great fucking match.
Still ain't got his rematch for that belt either, so
he hasn't. He's so no nonsense as well, which is hilarious to say about someone that was involved in the double storyline last year. But it's just gonna be like fucking like the Death Riders like surrounded him, and he's just like, all right, fucking bring it. They're like, I'll scrap you all. Like,
and the promos, like he'll just talk his shit and get the crowd so hyped for that. Plus, this story, quite frankly, is not ending anytime soon in the sense that
no,
like he was said, like they know what the ending of the story is going to be. They just don't know what the middle is and they don't know where the ending is going to be. So it's going to last well into next year. Just putting it out there right now. So
Darby teaming with Joe would actually move me quite immensely because if they had such good chemistry, like as opponents, like them as a tag team would be fucking sick as well.
Could you imagine if Samoa Joe as a tag team with just throwing Darby on to the outside or something like that?
Yes, that would be so sick.
That does sound sick. There's a lot of easy ways to fill the time with this Mox storyline. I think we've listed out a lot of good directions for it. This is a good point here from Caden. People were slandering Commander for too long. We're fighting back. It's also part of that group that they slander Fletcher, that kind of group a little bit, thinking of those kind of people.
They hate to see the flippy wrestlers in their developmental stage.
Cry.
And
wrestlers get better when you give them time to wrestle on television. Breaking news.
Crazy. What a revelation.
Novel concept.
I could have thought of that.
Right? Novel concept.
There's also, speaking of return, I do need Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Davis, ideally before they reunite as partners. Those two went crazy against each other in 2018. Chuck, you can probably speak to that. how
They
crazy
did.
they were.
They had some interesting matches together, and shout out Fight Club Pro, because Fight Club Pro did a lot with those boys back in the day, but I don't know that I would shout out Fight Club Pro anyways. Regardless, I thought about it. I was just like, I don't know if that has any negative connotations, but no, they honestly they did some insane work against each other back in the day before they were tag partners in the UK, and they've had a crazy journey as it is. So them coming back and feuding again would be very interesting before they reunite as tag partners, which I think is the ultimate end goal, to be honest. But
yeah, and Mark Davis I've always been a fan of Mark, injuries notwithstanding with him. And Kyle, he's had a fantastic glow up for the last year and a half or so since Mark's been out. So yeah, that match will be really good. It'll be really, really fun. The roles will be reversed. Like Kyle's gonna be an absolute dickhead, which I'm all for. And then the eventual reunion when they're actually on like more separate footing. Like, think about the Usos if you watch this. Like, they're completely apart from each other for like the last year and change.
Yes.
Jay gets over, no matter what you think about the Eat stuff. Like, Jimmy's his own man now. They're gonna come back. Like, they feel distinct. Now, Kyle's become his own man. Mark's back. They clash. Eventually come back together. They feel like their own men instead of just, here's the guys that Ospreay likes from Australia. No, they're their own guys and their own distinct people that you can get behind in different ways.
Yeah, you take time to build them up while they're separate. You know, I think Mark has been out for a long time. I think people forget he was a very fucking good wrestler before he went out. Very fucking good. I think it can work the same way it's worked with Fletcher. And he doesn't necessarily need to change that much. He's just a big dude who hits hard. That's awesome. Sick. So I think there's a lot to be excited about with Mark Davis, especially on the return. We have some Finley talk in the chat. Finley has finally stopped the Jay White cosplay since G134. Finley has improved. Brainbuster also conceded on Finley. We did this together during the match. We were watching.
Bro,
you're up. You're doing good with the stocks here, Chuck. Doing really well in the market.
People that I invest in eventually come around as IWC favorites. So just listen to me, I guess.
I would say favorite with Philly, but like he has definitely gotten to the point where you can't deny and that he's legitimately gotten better and he's in a good place. That Taichi match, when you watch it, that shit was fucking spectacular. Taichi is went from a guy that, okay, I thought he was cool to like he's like maybe one of the top workers in all of Japan right now. Like he's fantastic. Those dangerous backdrop drivers he hits on David Finley are gonna move mountains. When you watch it, I'm telling you right now.
I will be live tweeting when I watch it, as if the show hasn't happened like 3 days ago. I don't care.
That's always a good call, though. It's always fun to react to. I was reacting to matches earlier today that were about 6 years old, so you know it's always fun to do. But yeah, this is a good point here from Base. I wonder what's next after this MJF Cole business. Hoping for something more engaging. I think there's been some early signs.
They've still got to face each other yet.
For sure. But then afterwards, do we see maybe a Roddy, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole team up once again? Or do you think they kind of do their
No, leave the past in the past. Kyle O'Reilly is a valued member of the conglomeration.
Leave it alone, bro. Let me do Roddy and Kyle.
Kill NXT Black and Gold.
I don't need it. It's not 2017 anymore, bro. Like, you were kicking the shit out of them when they were doing this stuff anyway. AEW. I don't need Black and Gold infestation. We learned this lesson in 2022 when we brought all them niggas in. Enough. Please. Enough.
I wouldn't mind like the O'Reilly and team.
I don't need super kicks and where you're grabbing your ankle. I don't need shitty Panama sunrises. I don't need it. Enough.
It is time to leave. Hopefully tonight they start leaving in the past. But honestly, maybe not, because I would kind of enjoy an O'Reilly and Roddy team. I think that'd be pretty good actually these days, especially with the tag division. You know, I could get behind it. Which
funny, don't look now. It's in a better place than it was since that episode of Dynamite.
Yeah,
I'll say that much
for sure.
And the match of Full Gear, I'm expecting to be pretty fun. And I love Private Party. I'm still glad they're on top now, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm excited just for Private Party's reign as a whole. I think it's just exciting. It's fresh. It's new. We were talking about last week. We weren't even sure if it was going to happen, and then it happened, and it's exciting. It's a big moment. It was a real heartwarming moment on Dynamite last week. I was more moved than I thought I'd be. You know, I'd been seeing these guys since the very beginning, and they finally have their chance to really shine, to really get what they can do over. It's exciting.
I ain't gonna lie, I cried when that 3 count happened because it's like, damn. The match was fantastic. Outside of them getting their moment finally, because we've all been big fans of them for years. Like they got their moment. The match was fucking awesome, and the crowd gave a shit. They were invested in them. They bid on every single pinfall. Like Zay took a one-winged angel and a V-trigger, EVP trigger, a gin and juice, everything under the sun, and they fought back and they won. Just, bro, takes me back. Just take me back to last week.
Hopefully tonight brings some of that energy. But we're to the point we're actually quite behind. I didn't realize this. We're quite behind. We're yapping today, of course. There's a lot of you chatting. I really appreciate a lot of you guys hanging out. We have a good number of likes on the stream. If you guys haven't already, please leave a like on the stream. And we're gonna keep moving forward. If you have if you're feeling generous, I should say, send in any super chats. But we're to the stat portion after the stat match was kind of announced. Is it a hot take if I want Stat to win? What do you guys think? Should Stat win?
It's not a slight on Mercedes. Statlander is just a world-class talent and absolutely should have another title reign in AEW in the next couple of months. So yeah, it's not a hot take.
It's not. Plus, you can Mercedes to do something else in the interim until you move on to the world title picture, which inevitably is going to happen. And let Stat get that workhorse belt for a minute. Elevate someone that's not named Julia Hart, and let's see what happens after that. And then move Stat up, move Willow up. Like those are heavy hitters that need to do something and need to have a championship. Like they just do.
Yeah, they should be cornerstones of your division. It seems so obvious to everyone that it should be the case. Hopefully we see it. I'm rooting for it, to be quite honest with you. I think maybe we take a little step back from Mercedes with the title, but you know, we're going into a Tokyo Dome show that she'll be on.
I was going to say, I don't think that she loses the belt. I think she's winning a third before she drops any, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, this is just something to give her a great opponent since the Double or Nothing match with Willow. This is pretty much what it is. But I'm fine with it because I love great women's wrestling. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. And Jen, it comes with Hurt Lock.
Yeah.
We have here.
Gonna hurt you.
Thomas, I'm definitely down for the Hurt Syndicate running into the BCC. Lashley versus Big Bad Mox. I'm not going to say Big Meaty Lashley. I mean, I'm going to say it now, but that's crazy. And we should maybe chat about this now. We have the Hurt Syndicate will be on this show, making an appearance live. It's going to be great to see him tonight. Marcus, I know you're excited about it.
We gonna hurt you. Go through and put the paint on them, boy. Hey, it's opening the show. We got
Is it?
Is it? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. When Tony got the graphics about an hour ago, he said it's gonna open. So yeah, MVP.
I'll see that.
Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, back together, reunited, and it feels so good. In front of a live crowd on TBS, the mothership.
Yeah.
It just feels right, man. It just feels so right. And I am so looking forward to Swerve what he does in response. Like I'm anticipating he's gonna be an absolute man on a fucking mission. We're gonna have a red hot open. MVP with a microphone in that damn cane. He gonna say something off the chain. Big Bobby gonna rock another fire suit. Sheldon gonna do his thing, man. I'm locked in. It's the coolest thing in wrestling right now. It is what it is, bro. Y'all just gonna have to cry if y'all don't agree with it. We gonna hurt you. It come with Hurt Lock. MVP gonna hit you with that cane.
Yeah, for sure. I was a little terrified because I glanced over and I look at the stream on this other monitor and it said the all snap screen where like things break when you have no internet. I was slightly terrified that that's what happened just now, but fortunately we're good. Chuck, how you feeling about the Hurt Syndicate apparently opening the show?
I'm so locked in. I think this is going to be fucking awesome. I want to see a mission statement and Lashley calling out Swerve for full gear. That is what I want from this segment. But MVP is fantastic on the mic, and whatever he says, I'm going to buy into it. He could sell me a fucking broken car at this point because I'm going to buy into it. Like, he's MVP. But I'm so locked in for this. The way they've been presented in AEW so far has been perfect. And regarding them running into Moxley, I would not do that anytime soon, but like in the future, yes.
A little bit down the line for sure. This is very exciting. We have a couple here. I should probably mention these super chats. Thank you guys as well. We have Hugo the Victor. No super chat messages. Again, just like Pylons, you guys are, just vibes, I'm assuming. Thank you.
Lord
Hugo,
knows
if
we
you have
need vibes
anything you
in
want
it.
to say.
Lord knows.
Lord knows. Lord knows. Then, of course, we have mid takes. Always good to see mid takes. Mox and Co. should off AJ in front of Big Justice. Legit great angle, I think. Kenny versus Gabe Kid could legit be. So mid takes just suggested that Mox and company kill AJ in front of his son. Very interesting suggestion for an angle. But Kenny and Gabe Kid.
I'm not gonna lie, he'd probably be super into that because of the views he would get on TikTok from those clips. Unreal.
He'd
Probably
be making
be
some
super
cash.
into that.
They brought the boom to him. They got freaking executed in all of New Jersey.
The boom was
Bro,
the
Mox
gunshot.
hasn't even got to do it himself. Just like Pac running into them or like Claudio and just laying them out would be so fucking unreal.
Hey man,
That would
bring
be
Silvio
crazy.
from the Sopranos and put him in long-term parking like he did Adriana.
The second half of the super chat, Kenny and Gabe Kid could legit be fantastic. You guys know, I'm a big Gabe Kid fan. I think it's gonna fucking rock. What do you guys think of that match? Because I'm interested.
Dog, I'm like,
it was not what I was expecting, but I'm so here for it, and I think it's going to be awesome. And I think that Kenny is going to make Gabe lock in a way that we have not seen for a while. So,
yeah, for
absolutely.
sure. We haven't seen since 33, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been a long time since we've seen Gabe truly locked in. If anyone can bring it out of him, it's Ken. It's just a given.
Honestly, but Kill always caring about the guys in New Japan and trying to get them to where they need to go is always fun. Plus, Gabe, leave the bullshit at home, brother. Graps.
Yeah.
Leave the Madman shit is funny and all that, but tone down a little bit, brother. I need raps. I need to see what you can do.
Doing it in the build is fine, but as soon as you get in that room, leave it home.
It's all business,
for
bro.
sure. I also think it's a big it's a big plus for Gabe that Kenny chose him, because obviously Kenny would have a choice of who he wants to face, and if he's picking Gabe Kid, that's a that's a big positive on him. It says a lot. I think the match will be very, very good. We have Young Nabs asking if Darby Allin eventually beats Mox, do you guys see him having a short or long reign as world champion? I'd say probably short.
Yeah, he's very much strikes me as a babyface that he gets the moment, he deserves it, but he's probably never meant to hold the belt for very long.
I think it's going to be 2.5 months, and it's going to be a lot of people's favorite title reigns because he's probably going to somehow defend it 10 times. So
godly, he needs to. He should,
because it's Darby.
Yeah, there should be some variety with title reigns. Some could be really long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some could be epics. Others you can have the guy just be a fighting champion and eventually just run to a brick wall. And by brick wall, I mean a majestic horse with a rope.
Oh yes.
And a white man
from
Virginia.
I would say we should dive into this, but last week we dove into this quite a bit. We got a little aggressive.
I see.
You were in the chat. You were seeing, and you agree. So we'll just say that. I know a lot of people hang out. Same as last week. A lot of you guys catch every stream. You guys know how we feel about Hangman winning that belt. He should kill.
We don't
Darby
have
Allin
time for another Hangman crash out. But yes, Darby, please. Hangman, please. Even
have the crash out after he drops the belt, and eventually he's like, "Damn, I was wilding." Do that. I need the belt first. I need a heel world title run from that man. I need to see how it looks.
Yeah.
I just need him to have a world title run that feels satisfactory and doesn't get ended by a glory run.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Hey,
speaking, I'm not going to try to transition. MAGA wrestlers better go crazy today. So I have some news. I have some news for you. Chris Jericho's on this show, and he's with Big Bill and Brian Keith. And they're taking on the conglomeration, Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, and Tomohiro Ishii. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a fun matchup. Obviously, Jericho is kind of the odd man out here. But it's a fun trios. I can't really complain. And, MAGA wrestlers going crazy. Yeah, it is a fight without honor. Probably should have specified that. I kind of forgot about that part. But it is a fight without honor, so it will probably get crazy, which should be fun. Marcus, how you feeling about this?
Chris Jericho, your man won last night. You better honor his memory by dying in that ring and having the best match of your career. That's all I'll say. Mark Briscoe, I love you. Big Stone Pitbull, I love you. Colorado, I love you. Big Bill and Brian Keith, free y'all out the Jericho Penitentiary. But this will sadly be very fun because Jericho's had like two straight fun matches. Mark Briscoe, You're too much of a miracle worker.
I was gonna say Mark Briscoe is absolute legend.
Whatever he touches, bro, turns to gold. Midas touch, one would say. Charlie, how you feeling? Trios.
Jericho's on my TV again, and that's a bad time. However, I do think this is going to be a lot of fun. I hope it doesn't go too long. That's my main concern because there's a lot of matches that need like decent runtime tonight. So it's the chances of there being like a 40-minute overrun on this show is like fucking hilariously high. But yeah. And also, it's a fight without honor, which is like cool. Whatever, Ring of Honor's like low key kind of just not a thing at the moment. Anyways, what final battle is that ever going to be announced? It feels like we're getting close to when it will be, and there's been nothing announced.
Feels like it'd be at the end of this month, I would say.
It's usually in December, for what I do know.
It was like December 10th last year. It's late in the game to be announcing this shit.
I ain't know how to do a Ring of Honor these days. But it'd be very funny if this actually ended up with them getting that fucking TV deal, which would be extremely funny.
It would be very, very funny.
It would be funny, but look, bro, it's not because of him. That's all. We'll make that very clear right now. It's not him that got that deal if it ends up happening. But this match should be a good time. There's too many good people in the match for it not to be good. And we'll go ahead and we'll talk about the other thing on this show because we are quite behind and we have a Grinalong to catch, the three of us, after this. So we'll talk about this now. Christian Cage and Hook go face to face. It's very unfortunate that those two things wrapped up the show. Very unfortunate. Christian Cage, I haven't loved all the stuff this story has entailed. Obviously, Kip Sabian missed timing a little bit not that long ago. But Christian Cage is usually one to make magic out of things that are dog shit, I should say. So there's some hope here. Charlie, is there hope here at all? Am I just delusional?
It's going to be really, really funny if this storyline is how Adam Copeland returns. Because of Hook's going to probably need backup against the patriarchy at some point. Unless he's it's a real swerve and he's joining them. And they're actually like, haha, Hook is the one that attacked his dad. Sort of thing. Oh, fucking no. But yeah, I don't know. It really wouldn't surprise me if at some point we get Kip Sabian and Christian versus Hook and Adam Copeland.
That wouldn't be that crazy. Marcus,
I'm not
excited. That crazy. Well,
this would be insane. This is a nightmare. Hook, why are you? What are you?
Why? Why are you?
Just generally, why?
Generally, just why. I love Christian. He's very good at making chicken soup out of chicken shit. This is just straight up chicken shit, bro. I don't give a fuck about what Hook's doing. I don't care he attacked Taz. I don't care who attacked Taz. I don't.
It's hard to get invested. Very difficult.
That happened 2 months ago, and they still haven't revealed it. So I don't give a fuck anymore.
Well, the reveal implied that it was one of Christian's guys. It implied it, but I'm not so sure about that because they didn't outright say it. So it's like, are we blurring the lines? Could it actually have been someone else?
The only thing I'll say about the patriarchy currently is that Nick Wayne's wrestling AR Fox on Collision Saturday.
He did, and that's going to be awesome.
That does sound pretty good. But unfortunately, we had to, those two things back to back. But that's just how things work out over here. Because we have a lot of chats. We're gonna try to get as close to caught up as we can in the next 8 minutes. So lock in. We're gonna go and we'll see what happens. Maybe I should scroll down to the bottom. No, whatever. We should probably start with this. The allegations just keep piling up for Charlie. This is a good point. Judas.
I would like that joke to be the joke last week to be dropped because it just is not funny anymore in light of recent events. So
it's kind of taken a turn. It's kind of taken a turn a little bit.
It was funny in the moment, but please refrain. Thank you.
Tory Charlie, you Kip Charlie,
My politics do not align with the right wing.
Yes. You guys heard about that AEW mole? Yeah, full of shit, by the way.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just going off of vibes and guesses.
Yeah.
I'm probably more accurate in my predictions, let's be real.
I'm 100% more accurate. That motherfucker is just back there running around doing nothing, bro. Don't believe that AEW mole. He trick y'all, man.
Yeah. There was a Prophet's Instagram post, maybe implying that some things have changed.
Hey, man.
Are they free? Are they free from the great oppressor?
I will be talking to my realtor and making sure that we have some nice homes here in Jacksonville for them. And for Montez, if he wants to get into some more ministry or whatever, I can find some very reputable churches here and very reputable people that he could be a nice deacon for on the weekends.
Yeah, we can find some wonderful place to worship for you over here in Jacksonville.
Profits in World Tag League would go crazy. I'm just saying.
Very much so.
Would be wonderful. You guys
The
should be
Mogul
glad
Profits
Jericho.
coming soon.
The Mogul Profits, amen.
Now, hold on. That'd be sick. You guys should be glad Jericho didn't go down there to challenge Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah, we are pretty.
Because I was terrified that was going to be the all-in match. I talked about it once on a podcast, and I refrained from ever mentioning it again.
Man, I know Jericho is like the king politician, but like him imagining get himself into that would be disgusting.
Diabolical. Yeah. There's a lot of low-key talk, by the way, in the chat. People got really behind low-key there for a minute. They're very interesting. Joel Holbert's influence.
Indeed.
Let's see here. I need to let's start. What if the ending of Darby versus John Mox at Revolution 2025 is the same ending of Roman Cody at Mania 40? I think that'd probably be a bad idea, most likely.
Yeah, that is probably not happening in Revolution 2025. I don't think.
I was gonna say that feels a bit soon. It's only a couple of months.
Yeah, it's not that far. The Mox run can end whenever it wants. All I know is that I need the belt on both Kenny and Hangman next year. I'm assuming, not 2024. I think you're a little,
I was gonna say I was a bit optimistic.
You're a good man, Angela. I don't want to tell you bad news. That is not happening, unfortunately.
I was gonna say I'm not overly optimistic that Kenny is going to hold the belt again. To be honest,
I'm shocked if he doesn't. He should. I'd love.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I would be.
I would absolutely love him to, and I would like even if he did like the Foley reign and only held it for like 3 weeks or whatever and put over a young talent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think he's got other priorities in his wrestling right now.
Yeah. Also, Anjan rephrased and said next year in a follow-up chat.
Next year, absolutely.
Hugo the Victor, who sent the $2 super chat, thank you once again. Sent another message afterwards, a disgusting message, a hateful rhetoric that he's been spreading on this channel for far too long. Just want to stop by and say Yuta sucks. Wrong. Yuta's good.
Yeah, we're gonna
very
good.
Yeah. Where are we gonna put him, Marcus? Where?
Hey man, the 4 Corner basement. We got experience in holding bodies there for a week. Chuck,
Well,
you know.
No comment.
Pylons, the wonderful super chat from earlier. What percentage are we giving Street Profits on leaving for AEW? I'm going 75. No, 80. Just percentage. Single percentage. Is Marcus dead?
I'll go 60. I think Marcus froze. Very unfortunate freeze.
Unfortunate freeze there. Okay, you've returned. You're good.
There we go.
Percentage chance, Street Profits AEW.
More than 0.
Well,
I
safe bet.
say it's more like it doesn't really. I don't know if they want to leave. I doubt it, but like, if it's a situation where if it comes down to that, then
yeah.
See
if it happens, it'll make sense. If it doesn't happen, it'll also make a lot of sense. It just kind of remains to be seen. Kale, the way AEW adopted some NXT-isms after they kicked their ass for like a year, or Yeet, shout out rapper, is pretty funny. Yeah, it's very interesting, especially a lot of things they've adopted after a while after they started kicking ass is very funny.
2022 was a very funny year for AEW in hindsight.
Yeah. Not too much on Julia Hart. She was beast in presentation and character. She was good at that.
She was. She had the best presentation in her faction.
Yeah.
And then a certain sound happened. Ding, ding, ding.
Indeed.
The dreadful sound many grapplers struggle with. Not these ones, though. Hater or Willow should beat Mariah and Monet should challenge her. I think, not the Monet part, but the Mariah part, Hater Willow, I think that's probably a decent bet, right?
You will be in the Tonyverse until Australia, probably.
I was going to say, it's not a safe bet. It's a good bet, but it's not a safe one.
Yeah. It's one you could make, but not, might not earn you so much money. Young Nabs, did you watch Anna Jay versus Mariah Man collision for the women's title? I did. I thought it was a fine match. It was good.
Anna Jay looked solid.
Yeah, she's always just been solid to me, But I've kind of developed what's the term? She's just one of the people I just kind of like spread the word of, even though I think she's like fine. I'm like, yeah, Anna Jay's the one, guys. Don't you worry about all that.
Real. That's so
I like
real.
Anna Jay personally. I don't know. She's an okay wrestler at best, but I like her. I don't know.
She has a place. That's what I'll say there.
I respect that she did this stint in Japan. So
yeah, you definitely respect that. Another thing that you can respect is the burning thrust kick, the beautiful burning thrust kick that finished a match recently, didn't it? That was a finisher, or was it a good near fall? I forget which one.
I want to say it was a good near fall. It should be a finisher. It might have been a finisher. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was one of the two. Also, Mid Takes followed up and said, "Let AJ run the razor in front of his kid."
That'd be so funny.
That'd be so beast. I'm sorry, that would be fucking awesome.
That would be
He'd be an elite worker to me for life if he ever did that.
Bro, speaking of people running the razor, this is not related to people running the razor at all. I've just remembered it though. Michael Oku got his nose busted on at the show I went to this past Sunday. Made the match so much better, and it wasn't a bad match in general. Like it was like a good match, but Michael Oku with a face full of blood, fucking beast. And I just think there should be more blood in wrestling. Thank you.
Who did he wrestle, by the way?
He was wrestling Ethan Allen of the Young Guns. Please, I'm not doing Brit Rest talk. I just wanted to talk about the fact that blood makes matches better.
Low key, I think some like animal just brought into my house. It keeps saying who?
Listen, you're not gonna know who it is. It's fine. I was more referencing the fact that the blood made the match better. That's what I was talking about.
I mean, to make the match better part, you know.
No,
anywho.
It's blood makes everything better. Well, that was aggressive. Blood does make everything better. What also makes everything better, right? Is these two on screen with us today. Marcus, it's good to have you back. Thank you for coming on. Anything you want to plug?
I will be plugging one thing and one thing only.
Pause.
Fuck Ron DeSantis. Amendment 3 and Amendment 4, good. Should have passed. But no, Florida had to Florida. But that's all I'll say for today.
I think it's a great way to close it out. Chuck, you're across the pond. I don't know if you're going to be saying similar things, but do you have anything you want to plug?
I do have an actual plug, and now I feel bad following that. I put out a feature last Friday. It was about the Motor City Machine Guns versus Generation Me in the Young Bucks TNA debut match. It's part of a new series of my personal journey of becoming a wrestling fan, and there will be more stuff, and there will be another piece dropping on this coming Friday. Not sure what time yet, but it will be about the 2006 Royal Rumble. So.
Wonderful. All your links are linked down below. Marcus is on Twitter, linked down below. Please check out Charlie's feature. It's always good. One of the best writers in the game. We all know this. The good people always know. And also you can check out these two on Wrestle Purist. Thursdays, 6:30 usually for the Dynamite review. We rated them, but they're here now. So we appreciate you guys coming on. Appreciate you guys hanging out in the chat. You guys are amazing. Thank you to everyone who sent super chats. Tremendous stuff. I really, really appreciate it. You guys have been great. Hopefully we can get some more distraction with Dynamite tonight, and hopefully we provided some good distraction for you now. After this, immediately following it, Late Night Grin for I forget which tier, but one of the tiers of the subscription, the membership. You can come watch us three, and then Caden Lee, Joel Holbert, and Oracle of Wrestling. We're going to be watching along NXT and Dynamite. So definitely check that out. And yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate you two coming on. Go check them out below and join us at the Late Night Grin after this. And much love to each and every one of you. Peace out.